Okay, but I'm sorry, it's not me.
Okay,
talk to him. No, ma'am, don't talk to me like that. I'm an adult. Do not talk to me like that. Do not talk to me like that. Tell him to.
If it was Christian, I believe that's the young man's name, that was on camera assaulting Sha'Cari and pushing her.
He lied about a couple things that's personally, just in a relationship. I pretty much, officers can understand what a relationship is about, but he lied. He's a liar. And that was something that I kind of just grasped, and emotionally, I'm just like, bet, you do your thing, but...
So Christian Coleman's mom just took this drama with Sha'Cari to a whole new level, and it wasn't subtle. She straight up confronted Sha'Cari about that airport fight, and insiders say it got so heated you could cut the tension with a knife. When that raw, unedited footage of Christian and Sha'Cari dropped...
So you hear me, right? So this is the position that Christian Coleman put me into, okay? Because he's a coward, and I don't want anything to do with him at this point going forward. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. Have no problem with letting you know who I am. Haven't put my hands on him. We had an argument. I will be honest about that. An argument, and that's pretty much it. The argument, pretty much, he's a liar. He lied about a couple things that's personally, just in a relationship. I pretty much, officers can understand what a relationship is about, but he lied. He's a liar, and that was something that I kind of just grasped, and emotionally, I'm just like, bet, you do your thing, but you're asking me for things that is within my possession, and for my right, I don't have to give it to you because it's in my possession. But when it comes to the point that I saw that he chose to make it more about the police and things of that nature, that showed that he made a choice. So I just want to be more professional and just come professionally and let you guys know, like, hey, relationship thing, have no problem, and walking with you guys.
It's not illegal to argue.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Was there any type of physical?
I didn't touch him. He didn't touch me. I will be honest.
Hit him with anything?
No, I haven't hit him with anything.
Like
not at all.
Online, it wasn't just messy, it was explosive. The clip didn't just expose how toxic things had gotten between them, it confirmed Dr. Daphne Coleman's worst fear. Her son was stuck in a relationship that looked like DV, and worse, he had no way out. Now the big question being whispered is Christian's mom doing too much? Or is she the only one willing to step in and save her son from Sha'Cari's chaos? See, if you know Dr. Daphne Coleman, then you already know she doesn't play when it comes to her boy Christian. So it shocked nobody when she refused to let Sha'Cari slide after putting her hands on him. What did shock people, though, was how she came at her. Dr. Coleman didn't pull up like some worried mother just checking in. No, she came blazing with fire in her eyes and words sharp enough to slice glass. She wasn't here to politely ask why Sha'Cari was mistreating her son. She was on a mission, and that mission was clear. Pull him out of a toxic situation, no matter what it took. Now here's the kicker. The only account of what went down comes from people inside Sha'Cari's own camp who swear they witnessed it. And according to them, it was ugly. Witnesses say Dr. Coleman stormed in ready to tear the roof off, and Sha'Cari wasn't about to fold. She went chest to chest with Christian's mom, staring her down like she dared her to take the next step. They allegedly locked eyes for 3 whole minutes, and folks in the room swore it looked like fists were about to fly any second. Thankfully, things never went physical, but one line Dr. Coleman threw at Sha'Cari has been replaying in everyone's head ever since. She told her, "I always knew you were bad news. Ever since Christian got involved with you, and now you just proved me right." That one stung, and it had people asking the real question. Were the warning signs always there? Did Christian's mom ignore the red flags just to keep the peace until it was too late? Here's where the backstory matters. For those who don't know, Christian and Sha'Cari were being hyped up as relationship goals all the way back in 2023. On camera, they were the perfect sports power couple. Flashy, confident, unstoppable. But not everybody was sold on the fairy tale. From the very start, Christian's mom, Daphne, had doubts. It wasn't that she came into it hating Sha'Cari. At first, she tried to play nice. But even in those early days, the red flags were impossible for her to ignore. The first thing that stood out? These two were complete opposites. Sha'Cari was loud, flashy, and lived with her energy cranked up to 100, while Christian was the quiet, reserved type. Daphne always described him as a good kid, the one who never missed curfew, never brought trouble home, and always respected the rules. And this wasn't just mom bragging. People who knew him said the same thing. So when he got with Sha'Carri, the contrast hit Daphne hard, and she couldn't shake the feeling that Sha'Carri was nothing but trouble. It wasn't just a vibe either. Reports say Daphne noticed little things adding up. Christian couldn't come visit unless Sha'Carri signed off. Family dinners would get canceled last minute because she needed him instead. Even worse, whenever Daphne dared to say something even slightly negative about Sha'Carri, Christian would snap back instantly, jumping to her defense like his life depended on it. It wasn't the normal, "don't disrespect my girl" type of response. Witnesses claim his reaction was intense, too intense, almost like he was scared to let anyone criticize her. And that's exactly why Daphne's words cut so deep, because maybe she really did see this storm coming the whole time. Almost everybody close to Christian saw the warning signs. Siblings, friends, even his own teammates were watching it play out in real time. Remember that cryptic post that suddenly went viral months ago? The one all over Team USA's feeds? It said, "You'll be so much happier when you accept that sometimes people aren't right for us, no matter how badly we want them to be." At first, folks thought it was just a harmless quote about breakups. But now, it looks a lot more like a message being sent directly to Christian. The sad part is, Christian either didn't catch the hint, or he flat out ignored it. Because when that uncut footage of him and Sha'Carri's fight dropped online, it became crystal clear. This wasn't the first time something like that went down. Nobody knows what triggered their blow-up, but the clip showed way more than just a couple having a messy argument. It was living proof of what Daphne, his mother, had been warning all along. The scariest part wasn't even the fight itself. It was Christian's body language. The way he moved, the way he froze up, it didn't look like a man caught off guard. It looked like a man who had lived through this before. Watch closely, and you'll see it. Sha'Carri shoving him while he's just trying to walk away. That moment said everything without a single word. The footage completely shattered her image because she had been painting herself as the victim the whole time. Don't forget. When she first got arrested, Sha'Carri tried flipping the script. On the body cam, she acted like it was just a normal couple's fight. But the second she realized cuffs were coming out, she switched her story like a pro. She started tearing into Christian, calling him names, even calling him a coward for not stepping in to stop her arrest. Then, she went full victim mode, accusing him of being the aggressor. And here's the kicker. When the truth finally came out and her lies got exposed, all that tough talk disappeared. She went completely silent. No more shouting, no more blaming, nothing. But honestly, the silence wasn't even the biggest shock. What stunned people the most was what Christian did next. Instead of finally walking away or calling her out, Christian actually came forward to defend her. Yes, defend her. After all of that. In a sit-down interview, he said he wanted to give Sha'Carri grace and forgiveness. According to him, she needed help, not punishment. He insisted she shouldn't have to face serious consequences because she deserved the chance to get better. Now, put yourself in his mom's shoes. When Daphne saw that video, it broke her. She'd just watched her son stand up for a woman who was clearly being violent toward him. And the worst part? She noticed his body language again. Even while he was defending Sha'Carri, he didn't look like a man in love. He looked like someone shrinking, someone drained, someone trapped. For Daphne, that was the final straw. If she hit you once in public, she'll do it again in private. And then what? You just become the punching bag. That's what fans are screaming online, questioning if Christian even realizes the danger he's in. Because let's not forget, Sha'Carri didn't hesitate to throw him under the bus to the police, flat out telling them he was the one at fault. And yet, here he is still defending her. It's wild. But while the internet was dissecting every detail of his interview, Christian's mom stayed silent. This time, Daphne didn't clap back, didn't post, didn't move. But that wasn't because she didn't care. She didn't even get the chance to, because before she could catch her breath, another bomb dropped. Sha'Carri's so-called apology video. Now, an apology should have been her moment to at least try and patch things up. After being exposed on camera, putting hands on her man, then twisting the narrative like she was the victim, people were expecting remorse. Christian's mother was waiting to see her own son finally get the public respect he deserved. Instead, Sha'Carri delivered a 1-minute clip that fans are calling a joke. She sat there smiling, grinning through words that were supposed to be heavy, as if this whole situation was just light work. She claimed she was taking accountability and reflecting, but her smirk said otherwise. That 1 minute told the world exactly how seriously she was taking this mess. Not at all. And just when everyone thought it couldn't get more insulting, she posted another so-called apology on IG stories. This one was aimed directly at Christian, and it read like a bad Hallmark card. She wrote, "I apologize to Christian. He came into my life and gave me more than a relationship, but a greater understanding of unconditional love. Due to my past trauma and pain, I was blind and blocked off to not only receive it, but give it." Then she added, "I love him. I can't apologize enough. My apologies should be just as loud as my actions. Honestly, louder. To Christian, I love you and I'm so sorry." Fans weren't buying it for a second. They tore her apart in the comments, calling it the most unserious apology video of the year and clowning it as a half-hearted PR stunt. One fan even wrote, "What kind of pathetic excuse of an apology is this?" Now, if Daphne was heated before, these phony apologies had her boiling over. She called her son aside privately and told him flat out to leave Sha'Carri before it was too late. And to drive her point home, she didn't just keep it behind closed doors anymore. Daphne went online and started reposting cryptic Instagram stories, including one that said, "No matter how good you think it is, there's always better out there. Choose yourself." That was the turning point. Daphne went from quietly warning her son behind the scenes to publicly blasting subliminals that screamed, "Enough is enough." After that, Christian ghosted. No posts, no statements, no interviews, nothing. The only sign of him was word that he caught a flight out of the country. Meanwhile, Sha'Carri, the girl who couldn't stop talking, suddenly went radio silent. No cameras, no races, no updates, nothing but silence. And that's what has everybody on edge. Because if Christian is really done, why did he defend her in the first place? If Daphne's right, and this wasn't the first time, then how many times has it happened behind closed doors? And the scariest part of all, if Sha'Carri's silence means she's plotting her next move, what happens when the whole world is already against her? Don't blink, because this saga is far from over. Hit that like button, drop your thoughts below, and subscribe so you don't miss what comes next.